What is up, everyone? Welcome to the UFC 279 Shirts versus Skins preview slash betting guide, where today we will be going over UFC 279, the card itself, and going through our betting picks, some parlays for you guys, a new killer parlay where we give you guys all finishes that we think might happen. So let's get straight into it. First of all, let's talk about the card. Completely different. In case you're not updated, it is no longer Khamzat Chimaev versus Nate Diaz. Card got shifted around. Now we got Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson headlining the card. Khamzat versus Kevin Holland, and then Lee versus Rodriguez. So the card is completely different from what you might have seen less than 24 hours ago, actually. So what do you make of it, Ahmed? What do you think? How this
This is
whole shift up?
just just one more Nate Diaz fight week.
Yeah,
This is just madness, really.
yeah,
But I mean, it's all on Hamzat. You know, you have multiple months to make weight. You show up like that, you're not even close. 8.5 pounds over. So I don't think Dana White will ever put Hamzat in any other main event.
probably not.
So
It's a risky move, clearly.
definitely, I mean, I wouldn't trust him.
Um, I mean, what do you make of it though? 8.5 pounds. Some people are saying it's because he was sick.
No,
Kevin
no.
Holland claims it was because of him hitting him in the diaphragm, or not allowing him to lose weight. I don't know. I personally think this was just a matter of Hamzat being careless. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think he's smart enough to realize that this week was going to be his biggest fight, the biggest amount of money. All you have to do is just come, have to fucking weigh in at 170. So that's the least he could do. I think. I mean, I heard that he was cutting weight, and then he was 10 pounds. Like he was like 10 pounds away, and then the doctor, came in. He was cramping. And listen, bro, like we can joke around, but this weight cutting shit is hard. It's almost death in there. So, um, but the thing is, bro, he had 3 months to get this under control. 3 months. Why are you 10 pounds over? Like 2 days to go. So I feel for him, but also like you had 3 months. You have to get at least close. 8.5 pounds. That's not even close.
Yeah, it's kind of disrespectful to Nate Diaz in my point of view. I mean, so the original
Everyone.
fight, Hamza versus Nate Diaz. First of all, Hamzat's a big 170. Nate's a pretty lean 170. So there's already an
He's a lightweight.
advantage for Hamzat going in there. Um, Now add another 10 pounds. Some people are like, oh, Nate Diaz should have fought him anyway. Didn't he say he wants to fight Ngannou? No chance, bro. If I'm Nate Diaz, first of all, the whole problem with the UFC that's going on, why would you even give them the benefit of the doubt to be like, yeah, I'll let your main event go on? No. If I'm Nate Diaz, I say, fuck
Hell
you.
no.
I say, fuck you. I say, pay me triple my money, maybe, and I'll fight him, which the UFC won't do because he's definitely getting paid millions already. Uh,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, at the end of the day, I think this was a good shift up. Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson. I mean, let's just talk
Oh,
about that. The main event. How long have we been wanting to see this fight for?
that's what bro, like 2 years ago, I think like that was one of our like dream matchups. I mean, that's everyone's dream matchups. Even back at lightweight, now they're at 170. I mean, they were on the card together, and like you were just like dreaming about it, and now it's real. It's happening. But what a matchup! Like it's obviously way more even than the Hamzat fight, and then even for Tony, I think it's a better fight than Lee. Um, I mean, both these guys, pressure, cardio for days. I don't think it's going to be like a one punch knockout, but it's going to be, like an onslaught of combinations and stuff like that. I think, like it probably goes into the fourth and fifth round. So it's just better for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Uh, Also, a more even matchup in terms of how both
Sure.
fighters look. Uh, I think this is a better card now, the way it is. Nate Diaz versus
Definitely.
Tony Ferguson is going to be a five round war. Thank God it's 5 rounds. People were worried that they would make Hamza versus Kevin Holland the main event, and then Nate Diaz versus Tony Ferguson would
No.
end up 5 rounds. First of all, Nate Diaz would have refused to fight. Secondly,
Yeah.
it's so much better to have this for 5 rounds. If we got this for 3 rounds, it would not be the same fight at all. Once you get into
Yeah.
the round 4 and round 5, I mean, we're watching two cardio monsters go at it in the
Both these
fourth
guys
and
are
the
gonna
third.
be bloody in that fourth round, staring at each other. It's just legends.
It's gonna be
Like
so
what
good,
more do you want?
so
Exactly.
good.
Uh,
Um, Kevin
Speaking of
Holland.
co-main though,
Yep, let's talk about it.
speaking of co-main, they already, kind of, started kind of brawling, which is stupid. I mean, you guys are gonna fight in an octagon on Saturday. What is the point of like potentially ruining the whole card of getting someone hurt, getting a fan hurt, or getting just one more other fighter hurt? Like it's so stupid. But like this is the fight game. This ain't no basketball. Like this is the fight game. You say something, you will get smacked. And Kevin Holland, Hamzat, both real gangsters. These guys, take this shit very seriously. And now they have a chance to really go in there and to prove everything they said. Who's the real gangster? Obviously, matchup wise, Hamzat, this is just easy money for him if he goes in there, gets the takedown. Uh, we've seen Kevin Holland not really be able to stop the takedowns from guys like Brunson, guys like that. So Hamzat is gonna go in there, take him down, unless his ego gets to him again and decides to stand up, which would be stupid. Like he's already messed up this week. Go in there, he's gonna get booed when he walks out. He already lost so much fans. Go in there, get a first round submission. Finish a guy everyone likes, and maybe you can get all your hype back. But it's still a hell of a fight though. Two really fun guys.
Do you think there's any possibility that Hamzat is losing his head, letting the fame get to him, and just as a fighter, gonna degrade? Like, are we seeing not even
I've
a
been
Conor? I don't want to say Conor
well. I've
McGregor
been
because
good.
I was gonna say I don't want to say Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor got there. He got two
Yeah,
belts before he started
exactly.
degrading. Hamzat hasn't gotten to that level
This is,
yet. So, are we
bro.
seeing a premature version of that?
This is bro. I've been trying to say this on the pod, and I always keep forgetting to say it. This is what every UFC fighter, every even the greatest, it's never just a straight arrow to the top. It's always got to be something. Maybe you don't even lose. Guys like Habib, guys like John Jones, they never actually lost. Inside the octagon, but outside the octagon, obviously Habib had those. I think he missed weight like 2 or 3 times. That was almost like that. He was in the hospital, guys. That was just terrible for him. John Jones, obviously the stuff outside the octagon, cocaine and all this other stuff.
No.
It's never a straight arrow to the top. It's never. It's always got to be something else like this. It's gonna be something's gonna get in the way of Hamza. And right now, I think we're seeing it. Maybe it's Darren Till, telling him to hang out in fucking Liverpool and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't want to blame Darren Till for him missing weight. That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But Hamza needs to get himself right again because he is not only just like one more fighter. He is arguably the next big time star for the UFC. So he needs to seriously, fix this shit up.
Yeah, we're talking about a guy who is probably who is touted to become a 3 division champ at once.
At
Right?
least 2 division, like three
At
division, like
least, yeah,
relax.
3 maybe, but like if there's anyone to do it, it's him. I think so. It's gonna be sad if we see that decline, but hopefully we don't. Hopefully he goes in there, he gets the job done against Kevin Holland, which I think he
Oh, he
will,
will be dropping
and
against Kevin Holland.
and continues to just climb up the rankings. Let's talk about that third fight. I mean, first of all, Li Jingliang just
The leech.
becoming becoming one of the most famous UFC fighters, becoming one of the biggest talked about things on this card. First of all, the whole ordeal with his suit, which was kind of
So
sad.
bad.
So sad. Hopefully, people were saying if he walks out with his suit tomorrow, that would be today. Sorry, that would be fire. Then taking on an opponent almost 10 pounds heavier than you, keeping the card alive, bro. I know everyone's gonna tune into that fight. Everyone's gonna keep their eyes on it, probably cheering for Leach. And Rodriguez looked like he was a good sport too. So this is gonna be a good fight. What do you think of it stylistically, matchup wise? Which by the way, I will say this, very very interesting. What was it? You have him. We'll talk about it more when we get into the betting guide. You have him actually winning by KO TKO, which is interesting considering
Well, I mean
70% of the time.
that's the killer parlay.
Yeah, that's for the parlay, but considering 70% of the time the heavier person wins. So,
Yeah. But I mean, like both these guys are natural, uh, like welterweights. Obviously, D-Rod was supposed to fight Kevin Holland at catch weight at 180. That's why he's 10 pounds uh, bigger. But I mean, like you said, Lee. I mean, what an absolute stud! Stepping up, accepting the fight, 10 pounds over on just the weigh-in. How about today when D-Rod's eating fucking bananas and fucking drinking water and stuff like that?
yeah.
He's gonna be close to 195, and Lee may be at like 180, like so. We it's again, props to him, but D Rod's already a solid boxer, and now he has a huge power advantage. But Lee is a very good stand-up fighter. Put down Santiago. Also heard was it this last fight was it Muslov Salikov, was it could be, but another very impressive like KO. So Hamza, I mean, fucking Lee on the feet is for real. So it's gonna be a fun fight for as long as it lasts. Because both these guys are gonna try to take his fucking heads off.
Yeah.
But I mean, again, Lee stepping up to the. I mean, that's huge. And D-Rod also saying yes, because if you lose to a guy that's 10 pounds less than you, then it's like, it's not good for you.
Yeah. So any other fights you want to highlight on this card?
I think Jailton Almeida is going to be a real force at 185. He's fighting, some undefeated kid from Sweden on short notice. He'll get the job done. Probably look very impressive in doing so. Hakeem the Meme or Hakeem the Meme Dawadu finally returns. Very fun fighter. That's pretty much it. The main card is why we're here. That main event is spectacular. That co-main has a lot of heat on it, and that third fight is very exciting. So it's gonna be a hell of a night. Now let's get to the money part of it, the sports betting part of
Let's
it.
get to the betting guide. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let me just pull this up for you guys. Right here, we are using FanDuel Sportsbook for our odds. So we have three different things for you guys today. We have a regular parlay that we have with money lines, some whatever methods of finishing, whatever. We have a killer parlay, which is made up of 5 straight either TKO or submission. So just finishes, a parlay of just finishes, and you guys are probably gonna love the odds on that. That is insane odds on that. And then we have our guaranteed finish for a fighter, which, by the way, let's just start with the guaranteed finish because I do want to point out FanDuel just has odds boosted for Khamzat. We're constantly updating these odds down here at the scroller on the bottom. Khamzat's odds were boosted for a KO TKO in rounds 1, 2, or 3 versus Kevin Holland. It went from, I think it was plus 270 to plus 350 now. So the odds were boosted on that, and that is our guaranteed finish. We have Khamzat finishing the fight, guaranteed. So you can I'll actually pull that up for you guys. With the odds boosted plus 250, if you want to take that, it's a pretty good take, good money on that. You can also wager on will the fight go the distance and Khamzat by KO or TKO or submission together. Odds aren't great on that one. It's you bet $1, you win 96 cents. So it's basically 1-to-1. But regardless, that's our guaranteed finish. Khamzat to finish Kevin Holland. Didn't get it done backstage. Might get it done in the cage. We'll see. Ahmed, you want to talk to us about that main fight parlay, the main card parlay?
So let's get to the main card parlay. The first fight of the night is going to be a banger. Two guys who I don't think are very good in terms of skill, but definitely have power in their hands, and that's Ion Cutelaba, the Hulk, versus Johnny Walker, who I think might be time to look for a different sport because he's been knocked out. Not only knocked out, but knocked out in some bad ways. My goodness. So I think I'll go with Ion to get the job done, or Ion, whatever you say his name. But I'll go with the money line. Minus 188. I could go with the finish, but maybe Johnny Walker just survives. But I'll take the money line on Cutelaba. I usually don't like to bet on the female fights because it can go very different ways. But I think Aldana here has shown her boxing is one of the best. And Macy's size on. I mean, her last fight it was very close. Just pulled away, just kind of just fucking stole the W. I mean, I bet against her, so I kind of I'm looking for revenge here. So I'll go with Aldana minus 178. And now we start getting to the big boys, D-Rod and Lee. I don't think this fight will go to the distance. I think either someone will get knocked out or choked out, but most likely knocked out. Two guys that's gonna stand in there. Like you said, the 10 pounds heavier that Lee's gonna have to knock a big shot to get his respect back or something. So we'll see what happens, but I don't see that fight going to the distance. That's plus 100 odds. Khamzat, I think we'll get the finish here. Sub slash TKO double chances minus 170. I mean, you're going from minus 590 on his money line to him, minus 170 on him getting either a sub or a TKO, which I think he will do in 3 rounds. And then we're gonna finish it up. Nate money line 100. It looks like a trap, except like we said. He can not really get hurt too much. I don't see him getting taken down by Tony. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a way better matchup, and I think he could definitely win it. So I think that main card, Nate Diaz money line at plus 100. The main card parlay is around plus 1400. So it's pretty juiced. Pretty juiced up, and we'll see what happens.
$100 wager gets you 1.4K. It's fucking good. It's not bad.
And that'll get you 140.
Yep. So, moving on to the killer parlay. This one's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be fun.
Killer parlay. Again, like the odds are gonna be ridiculous here, so I wouldn't recommend putting too many units or money on it. But again, it's for fun. About that first fight on the main card, someone is probably gonna get knocked out. I think it's gonna be Johnny Walker. That's why I'll take Ion Kutalaba by TKO plus 100 odds. Also, listen, I think Li Jingliang, man, his boxing. Also, D-Rod has phenomenal boxing, but he doesn't move his head a lot. Li Jingliang has a nasty fucking left hook. I could see that landing, hurting D-Rod. And then that's plus 340 for Lee to get the job done by TKO. And then we'll go Khamzat Chimaev by submission. I think Kevin Holland will give him a problem standing up because he throws those kicks. He has a nasty 1-2 down the line. So I think Khamzat will take him down, sub him, and get the job done.
Can I ask?
I also think
why submission over TKO for Khamzat versus Kevin Holland?
Like I said, I mean, I think on the feet, Kevin Holland, being as long as he is, will give him problems. Maybe with that teep kick, down the middle. I think he will, take him down. Obviously it's a way easier fight to finish too, if you take him down. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, this is pretty good odds on this one. Going to the prelims, we have Haley Alateng. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but Haley Alateng by KO TKO at another plus 370. That is the current odds on that. So that adds to the bet slip. And then last one here. The odds on this are ridiculously high. This is going to make up 90% of the parlay. Irene Aldana. Ahmed has her. Irene Aldana by KO TKO in round 3. So that's a bit bold, Ahmed. That's plus 2,100 odds.
Let me explain.
Explain that. Because that's 90% of
Let me explain, because obviously in the last fight, pretty much. But I could see it happening because I think Aldana, obviously, standing up has a huge advantage. I think she will use her pressure in the first couple of rounds, that first and second round, to make Macy really tired. Macy's cardio, is shot by the third round, and I think that's why I'll take a chance, a huge chance, a plus 2,100 chance on Aldana to get the finish in the round 3.
Betting on that alone is great odds. Add that to the parlay. This 5-leg killer parlay. That's what we're gonna call it. Killer parlay. 5-leg killer parlay. You bet $10, you win 32K. 32K, ladies and gentlemen. That's plus 380.
You put $1 down, you get 3,200.
That is insane.
That's phenomenal.
I think I might take the odds on that, because $1 come out with 3,200. That is an insanely great price.
$10, 32,000.
That is incredible. But yeah, that's the killer parlay. Killer parlay we got. So just to recap: Irene Aldana KO TKO round 3, Haley Alatang KO TKO, Khamzat by submission, Lee by KO TKO, which I'm not gonna lie, it's a little questionable, but odds, ladies and gentlemen, when you make a parlay, you pay attention to odds and what
left hook, and D-Rod don't like left hooks.
Yep, and then you have Ion Kutaleba, however you pronounce that, by KO TKO against Johnny Walker, which, by the way, that is the safest bet on this parlay. That's probably even safer than Khamzat by submission, because Khamzat might go by KO, and the odds reflect that, because Johnny Walker, like Ahmed said, needs to find a different sport. I can't believe this guy used to be touted as like the guy to end John Jones. Like, that was.
I mean, bro, he was knocking out dudes in like 20 seconds with some nasty shit and like kicking dudes on the floor. So he was very vicious. But I mean, like, once he got to like the elite guys, or not even the elite guys, just like the top 15 guys, that's it. Exposed.
Yeah. So that about does it. Any other interesting bets you see here, Ahmed?
I mean, if I had to guarantee a finish, I would go Khamzat Chimaev. Guarantee a fight tonight, go to distance. I would also go with Johnny Walker and Kutalaba. But again, it's going to be a hell of a night. Like you said, a way better, more even card now. It's going to be fun. Nate versus Tony. I mean, let's go, bro.
Yeah, definitely way more balanced. I am so excited to see this tonight. UFC 279. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the Shirts versus Skins betting guide, UFC 279 preview. We hope you guys enjoyed. Odds are always changing, so Scholar, I mean, we changed the mid-episode because the odds changed right away. So hopefully, listen, gamble responsibly. This is just our predictions for fun, just to see how it goes. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and let's get that breach. See you guys.